Hello. How you doing, people? This is the Duggystone podcast, available on all platforms. Also been recorded for Duggystoneradio podcast, so if you listen on that, thank you. This is the Duggystone Show. Oh yeah. Let's have it again. The Duggystone Show. So today I've got a fantastic guest, Franny Treymaine. I met her a few years ago when I was on stage down in Wales. We're doing an inspirational day, and I've been watching her progression over the last few years, and she's doing a lot of stuff acting. She's a really excitable individual, let's say. She's really interesting to listen to. And guess what? From this show, we're now going to create another show with me and Franny. So check that out. Anyway, sit back, relax, whatever you're doing. Don't forget to subscribe. Go and find us on Duggystoneradio.com. Let's get on with the show. The Duggystone Show. Right, as I said, people, we're going to be joined today by a very special guest, a person that I've known for quite some time, but I'm going to let her introduce herself. So, are you there, caller?
I certainly am. Hiya.
So,
it's Franny here, Franny Treymaine.
Excellent, mate. So, tell everybody out there who Franny Treymaine is.
Oh, wow. A phenomenal woman.
We've only got half an hour, by the way. So
exactly. God, here we go.
Stage left, baby. Stage left.
Yeah, that's it. Stage left, totally. Mentioning that, yeah, I've done motivational speaking as well. And doing YouTube and podcasts, and also really interested in studying life and the soul and how to win this game in life. Mm-hmm. So that's a little bit about me. I'm passionate, playful, and I want to enjoy and see the fun in all moments, really. And that's who I am, for no other reason than I like it.
Excellent. Well, for the benefit of everyone out there, we met a couple, I don't know, it's a couple of years ago now, about 3 or 4 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We shared the stage together, people, and that's why I referenced stage left. Stage left, baby. And it's something that I said on the day, and it made Franny it laugh. Yeah.
It did.
We was in a theatre in Wales, the Queen Elizabeth Theatre, and it was wonderful talking to a lot of people that were unemployed and looking for work, and we try to motivate them and develop them and help them out. And I think it was a fantastic day. I'm sure we inspired people from the event. So since then, you've done a few different things and changed direction slightly, and then all of a sudden you pops up as being in TV shows. So do you want to tell us a bit about that? Because I'm interested.
Oh yeah, I was in a reality show. That was amazing. That was hilarious. So I was looking. Well, so it came about. My mum saw this newspaper article and said, "Franny, how about a farmer?" Because we've been constantly trying to marry me off, and 38 years later, we haven't found anybody yet. So I'm still attached to my father, and right. Dad, will you do this? And he's like, you need to find a husband, Franny. So anyway, we went to. It was about going on the farm. I said, well, I'll have a look at them. And there was a guy there called Peter who looked good. Yeah, I really liked his look. And so he was in Yorkshire, and I thought, oh, well, go on, then I'll apply. So we had to write a love letter to them, kind of thing, saying what we wanted. And I'd seen a video of him, and then he looked through these love letters. There was quite a few farmers, but I wanted him, and looked through these love letters and picked a certain amount to come down. And so we went down somewhere in London to this big stately manor house, and there was oh my God, it was hilarious. We had to do a farm dance and stuff and a barn dance, but I turned up in stiletto heels.
Oh, you do. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah,
stiletto heels. But I was the only one that mic'd, because they only had a certain amount of mics. I said, I know why you're micing me. I said, because I've got no filter. I'll make good telly, and I know it. And they were laughing. So yeah, he picked me then, and then I had to go live on a farm for 4 days. But boy, the production team were phenomenal. I loved them. They supported me throughout it all. There was tears. So I remember cooking dinner, and I was like, he hasn't even taken me out for a date. But it was brilliant. They paid as well for him to take me out on a date, and because I don't think it was in Peter's ethos to kind of do that, really.
Because he's from Yorkshire, do you know what I mean? There's a clue there. There's a clue there.
People think to me, why, they don't like spending money. I was like, what are you talking about? It'd be so silly. But it was hilarious. The other girls were interesting characters, and I realised now, looking back and playing the game. And at that time I was meditating as well, so it'd been loads of stuff had kicked off, and then I just went outside and sat in the rain with my legs crossed and started meditating on the ground. And he was like, what's she doing? I was like, I'm trying to keep my inner peace. And the production team, I mean, they thought it was hilarious. They were just amazing. And then they featured me on Gogglebox as well, on 2 episodes of that. And
how did I miss that? I watched Gogglebox all the time. How did I miss that?
Yeah, I was on 2 episodes of Gogglebox on it, which was really funny.
You're gonna have to send us a link. You're gonna have to tell us which ones they are, because I watched that all the time. But so go on then. Carry on.
So it was just, I mean, the things. So there was a point where it says Franny takes on the farmers' wives, but they were trying to. So they'd said, you have to come back and you have to make 20 sandwiches for him and do all of this lot. And I just turned around and said, well, I wouldn't do that. Yeah. And they were like, what? And she's kind of scoffed at me, this woman. I said, well, I wouldn't. I said, it's about my life as well. And I think it's your views on love. And I believe that we're an equal partnership. And I've got to have a career too. And, I wasn't going to be changed to a kitchen sink kind of thing. So it was really interesting. And then when Peter was really quiet and obviously didn't say anything, I thought, he's not the man for me. No. I'm not here to take on a family. So then I left the next day. It was like, no, I don't want him.
I'm now starting getting a picture now while you've not been married and you're nearly 40. I'm getting it now. You refuse to make a sandwich. That's it, girl. It's over.
I wouldn't. You know what? I would support and love you. You will not cook for you.
I will not make your sandwich. I'm going to meditate instead, darling. Make your own sandwich.
Well, I don't meditate anymore, so we might have some luck in that.
No, that's good. That's really good. So, you've been on some other shows apart from that reality? You've done other stuff apart from the reality TV, haven't you?
The web series I did called Rebound, which has actually gone really well. I won awards for Best Actress on that. We won Best Web Series. What I love about that is we had no budget. We had nothing. And there was a group of people that came together to create something, and it's just carried on. And there's a guy called Mark Busby who's got in touch and wants it on Amazon Prime. Nice. And if it does well on there, they're talking about taking it to Channel 4. So
there'll be no talking to you, will they? If that happens, you'll be off.
I will talk to everybody. I really believe that we're all equal, and that's what I think that's what came up at the farm. That's what she said. You come behind. That's what she said. You come second to your husband, and it was like, no, I do not. Absolutely not. We're very equal.
Nonsense, isn't it? And that's nonsense from both points of view, isn't it? A female shouldn't be secondary, and a man shouldn't be secondary to a female. Or if you're in a same-sex marriage, vice versa. Yeah.
Exactly.
Should be an equal. You all bring something to the party, don't you? And yes, it might be that someone's out working and someone's at home, but it doesn't mean that person at home has to do absolutely everything. And doesn't, you know what I mean? It should be something, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? Otherwise, it goes Pete Tong, doesn't it?
Well, you work together as a team, don't you? You pick your goals. What are you good at? What am I good at? And you flow towards those. If I'm better at cleaning the house or getting the house organised or making it look nice, and that's my job. Don't bypass me on that. That's mine. Yep. You do your job, and and you work as a team to really create future. So I think for me, it's been more. All this time I've been looking at. I am picky. I do want the best match for me, and I'll have it now. And I have no doubt I will get married, and I have a great husband.
I know.
Yeah, I know what I'm looking for, but that's it. It's about equality. It's not, we're all good at different things, isn't it? It's like, for me, you wouldn't put me behind the camera, really. I'm better in front. but there'll be somebody who's better behind the camera. But that doesn't mean that you don't need each other.
Yeah, usually the ugly ones. But yeah, I understand you. But yeah, you are. You're perfect to be in front. And you're right. Different people do different things. You love being in front of the camera. I love being in front of the camera. I love the attention. I'd quite happy. I'd quite happy to walk down the street and people know who I was and all that. I wouldn't bother me in the slightest. Do you know what I mean?
Same. Absolutely.
Some other people wouldn't like that, wouldn't enjoy that, and it'd be like, oh my God, I want to be in my own little cocoon, and that's fine. So, yeah, there is people that are suited to be behind the camera and people that are suited to be on front of the camera, and you're definitely on being in front of the camera because you're good at what you do. Absolutely brilliant. But you've got are you doing something else at the moment? You've got filming something, or what are you doing currently? Is there anything?
Yeah, so I've been cast as an MI5 agent.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so I've just started this week getting my body, because obviously I'm going to have to change. She's got a kickboxing scene in it, and she's very stone cold. So I've got to rip up for that. Yeah. And a lot of actors do that. It's part of our work ethic, really. So, yeah, I've started with the morning walks, introducing it slowly, and I'll be going to the gym to hit the weights and, really create the character. And it's in a film called Parallels, so I'm looking forward to that. I've got till June anyway. We're filming in June, so I've got a couple of months. And change my body shape to suit the role.
Excellent. So is that going to be on the cinema, or is that a TV film, or can you not
say?
No,
it's a feature film. Yeah, he's putting it out. I'm not sure which way he's going with it. Right. I know he's got interest in America with it, but they're thinking more. I'm not sure the full way he's going with it, Phil. But yeah, I know that it's going out in America on like a DVD basis thing, and it can be really good actually, because a lot of English films apparently sell over there very well. And he's got the woman from Prisoner Cell Block H in it as well, which is really funny. I love that. But anyway, yeah, so it's a good cast. It's a really good cast, and it'll be great creating it. So yeah, that's happening.
Wonderful. And that's amazing, isn't it, how things develop, and if it's good, it's a good message for people, because the podcast that I do, my primary podcast, is about business adversity and dyslexia, so and encouraging people to follow their dreams and do what they want to do, and you can pull back from things, and you know what I mean. So it's a great example of coming from doing one thing and being in a certain place to actually evolving into something that you're really passionate about and you want to do, and you're actually doing, you're actually forming part of your life now and your career, which is phenomenal, isn't it, really?
Well, absolutely. I mean, when I look back and I think, okay, I was looking for anything. I think I had a belief running in me that it was really difficult to be an actor, or it was really difficult, and whatever belief was running me. And I'd try other things rather than be that. And I'd stop. It was almost like an excuse. So I'd get. So I think when I look back, for me, it was. It's just don't stop. Just keep going. It happens. It's like a statistic, isn't it? It goes up one part, then you get another part, then you get another, and this happens. An opportunity comes from that. Just show up. I just got to keep showing up.
Yeah, it's like the music industry and film and being an actor is a difficult thing to crack, I think. But once you've cracked it and you get a bit of a name, then it can go. And you're right. It's I see a lot of people too self-conscious I think is the word. They're self-conscious and think, oh, if I did that, and what happens if that goes wrong? What happens if nobody likes me? Oh, I can never do that. And they talk themselves out of doing the things that they really want to do, instead of going, do you know what? I'm going to do this because I really think I've got something, and I'm going to keep doing it. And then, it's if you have got the talent. I love singing, but there's no way I can become a singer because I'm actually you know what I mean. But to me, great. You know what I mean.
I love singing. I'd love to use my voice. Yeah.
So I
think we can all learn. Yeah.
But it wouldn't. Me having that as a dream. So you need some sort of ability as well. But you can get training things as well. But if you're passionate about something, go and blooming do it, for God's sake. And the more you do it, the more opportunities come your way, don't they?
I think so, yeah. And whereas before, I did have. I mean, this last year I've really worked on myself, and I absolutely love my body now in whatever shape or format it's in.
Yeah.
I know it's my machine that I move about, and it's mine. Do you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
kind of like, yeah. Whereas before I would kind of care and use the excuse of what would people think, or I'm not right looking, or I can't accept that role. I mean, I remember a role I got given and they wrote me in as pregnant. They wanted me that much, but I turned it down because I was terrified of looking overweight
I don't know.
yeah, these things used to, but really I'd forgotten the purpose. Why do I want to act? Do you know why? Because I'm so present when I'm in it. I love it. It's fun. I just being able to pick up a beingness of somebody and drop it, get a script, play with another actor, and that moment in time, I just am so in the moment and present. Everything else disappears around me, and it's
Yeah.
the freedom to me, and that's why I love doing it. And I think for me, just focusing on that, that's why I'm doing it, and focusing on that, my passion and my love of it, rather than another's opinion of it or how I'll look, or
Yeah.
that's by the by. They can only look at it through the perspective of their eyes, can't they? Their tone level, whatever's going on in their world, and I can't change that. But what I can do is love what I do,
Yeah.
and do it because I love it.
No, no, I totally agree with you. I mean, I do pounce interviews at business meetings and events and things like that, and very similar to what you've described. I've never acted. I think I'd quite enjoy being an actor, but I've never acted. And when I put my microphone on and I pick my phone up, and I just flick into something else. It just flicks over. I don't think about what I'm saying. I'm in the moment. A lot of the time, this might sound stupid, sound crazy to some people. A lot of the time, I have to watch the video back to listen to what I've said, because I often don't even know what I've said, because I'm just in the moment
You're
that
so
much.
present.
It just comes out, it's just. But I absolutely adore it, because it's just great. I just love it, and I can empathise exactly how you feel acting, because it must be
That's
such a
it.
buzz to do that, and basic. Well, it's the clues in the title, in acting something out and being someone
Being
else.
something and then being able to drop it. I
Yeah.
think that's the key with a lot of actors. I don't agree with method acting. I used to think it was great and very cool, but taking on that tone level or that can make an actor very ill. So it depends, being able to, I think one of the skills of an actor that's really important to teach is to be able to drop the tone. If you've had a crying scene, you don't want to take that home with you.
No, 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 no.
It finishes when you say cut, and for them to be able to drop that and it not carry on. And I think that's really important. And for actors to be able to do something in a moment, so they're not pulling in their past to their present, because that's not healthy, is it? I mean, I could go back to a time when an awful thing happened and then keep pulling it into my present time. I don't want to do that. I do it in a way of a skill that can adopt a certain tone level, I'd say, and know maybe the way that person would act if they were an angry person, or the
Yes.
basics of that. And I've done a lot of study on that, and that's really helped me as an actor to be able to pick it up and not have to draw on any crap, to just be it. Because I don't want it. I wouldn't want that for other actors. I don't, because it's kind of like charges that thing up for them. Then, do you know what I mean? If they've had a shit issue and then they're revisiting it to pull that into this scene now, that's not. I wouldn't say that's really healthy for their mental health.
That's an absolutely brilliant tip for budding actors or even current actors. You're right. You don't want to. It's almost a bit. It's a bit like you're going to be playing. I think you're getting casted sometimes as a MA5 and police officer and things like that. So if you think about people in the emergency services as well that deal with some horrific things on a daily basis, they must have to be very similar and just drop and try and get themselves away from that incident, because otherwise it'd be an absolute mess, wouldn't they?
Oh, absolutely. And I think that's the thing about acting, is that I can play all these things, but it's play.
Yeah.
It's not real. It's play. You could have all these horrific things that are happening, but it's still play. You can be in it in that moment, but you can walk away from it. Do you see what I mean? And it's almost like being able to experience any person in life. I could be I don't know, a taekwondo king, whatever, or queen, or whatever it is, or just 1 minute, or I could play a spy, or I could, play a cute girlfriend, or I can just go into the world of other people's, and I'm really good at that, and just create a world, and then be able to walk away from it, and it's really nice. It's lovely.
Yeah, it sounds it. Sounds really good. I mean, it sounds really exciting. You can tell by the tone of your voice how you're passionate about and excited about. And I think it's absolutely brilliant. I really do. And yeah, it's a lot of time if you're doing things that you're passionate about as well, it doesn't feel like work, does it? So what you're doing, if you would enjoy it, and then someone pays you to do it, you're like, hang on a minute, it's great, isn't it? It's I fancy getting paid for something that you're passionate about, what you enjoy doing. That's just amazing, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah, and I think it should be like that for everybody. This whole, and whether that's finding. And I guess where somebody is just trying to find the passion in their day to day, at some points this year, I've been cleaning and stuff I've had to do for work. And it was really good because it kind of trained a discipline in me. And I found joy in it. I found fun in it. I laughed in it. So it was really like, whatever I do, I'm going to do in the tone that I want to live in, kind of regardless of that. But with acting, it's just, I suppose it's like, why is your favorite color blue? You can't explain it. It's just what you love.
That's a cracking one, isn't it? There's things that you really like. Why do you like that music and you don't like that music? Well, I just don't know. And people gravitate towards different things, don't they? And I think that's a great way of putting it. So try and explain why you like blue. No idea, but I just like the colour.
I just like it.
Just love the colour. You know what I mean? Mine's orange. Everything's orange. And you know what I mean? Orange and grey. It's like orange. Everything orange. And it's, definitely. But it's just one of those things, isn't it? It's just a colour that I really think for me, it's fun, it's bright, and, it's out there, isn't it? And so I think, anyway. So what you got planned? Is there anything else you got? Because it sounds like you're busy anyway, so you can't have you got plans forward for looking at what's going on in the future, or is it just more of the same?
Yeah, I have got plans forward. So obviously more like with my little boy now, he's going into secondary school, and just watching him grow up and being there for him is a major one in my career kind of thing. Because I've done a kind of time away from him and I don't like it. So it's as simple as that. I make sure that I'm around and there for him. And also, I'm meeting somebody on Saturday. We're looking at opening a YouTube and doing like he's very good actually. He's the guy who's directing the film now. Right. So I'm working with him, and he was looking at like bedtime stories on YouTube or storytelling. And for me, I was like, this sounds great. Fun. This is fun, and I get to play different characters. It's like my practicing, because I want to keep doing my skill, and I'll have an absolute ball doing it.
Sounds great.
It is. So we're talking about that as well. And my show reel, I'm going to put on a few more scenes for my show reel. So we were talking about the creativity of that. And I've got some great exciting, my agent wants a boxing one she wants me to do on it. And she also wants a playful one. So I was thinking of, like my boyfriend coming in and delivering tea, and we go into a pillow fight, and it's very sweet and playful. All that high vibe, because I don't get to show that side of me very much, and it's very me. That is who I am very much in life. I'm very playful and childlike, I guess, to showing that side. And then maybe another one of I'm thinking of another scene, maybe of a mysterious kind of woman going out for dinner. He's not giving much away, and it's quite mysterious, shall we say?
Mysterious girl. Now there's a song. There's a song.
There's a Peter Andre.
There's a song in there, isn't there? And I think you're right. And I think what you mentioned something then in a word. You childlike and
Yeah.
And I think that my belief is one of the issues we have, and then I'd like to bring sometimes round to dyslexia as well. Is it's knocked out of you in school and in education and your workplace. So we was shopping the other week and was in Costco, and there was two kids in front of us. They must have been about, I don't know, 6 or 7, something like that. And they both had the onesies on, like Superman onesie and something else. And we both says, "Isn't it great that?" And I said, "Isn't it sad that the mum and dad aren't dressed like that because they'd be bothered how they looked. And we talked about our own son. We said, "Oh, remember when he was like that? You wouldn't see him." You know what I mean? When he wasn't bothered. I said, and that's half the problem with the world. Everybody's bothered what everybody else thinks. Those kids don't give a rat's bottom who looks at them or whatever, because they're in there. I'm wearing this and I'm liking it. You know what I mean? So sod you.
Yeah,
You
they're
know
in
what I mean?
their own world. Absolutely love that.
And I think that's where, like yourself, people like yourself and other people, that the confidence is actually, well, yeah, I might be making a bit of a doing this, or I might be dancing in the club and I can't dance, but you know what? I'm dancing because I love dancing. I couldn't care less.
That's it.
I couldn't care
That's
less about
it.
anybody else. And
I love dancing, so I'm dancing. I don't care what it looks like. Yeah, that's it.
And I think that's where that child, we need to inject a bit more childlike into the world and into people. People need to. We've been programmed to be these robots that, if you think about the education system, it was set up in a while where they just wanted to produce people that could go and work in factories and do what they were told, and the education system's not moved on. And I'm just picking up on what you were saying there about that. I think that's where people who are good actors and excel in other things that need confidence is the reason, because they've got that playfulness, they've got that childhood still ability, and they don't really care what the people think. They do and they don't. Do you know what I mean? I think it's great. I think it's wonderful.
It's wonderful. I mean, Atis and I walked to the park earlier, and what was the song we were singing? And I suddenly started singing this kind of musical song. I mean, there was other people there. We didn't care. And then on the way home, we were doing like a musical dance where they're all marching and with the arms going. And then we started skipping and singing it. And we're just in our own world. And it's like, Mum, you're so full of life and fun. I love doing things with you. And he just feels very secure in that environment, you know. And I love it with him as well. It's like I get to play because he's a child still at 11, and we just play, and it's delightful. It's delightful. I love it.
It is. Give him another couple of years when he's gone to senior school, and sadly, hopefully he doesn't, but sadly, you'll probably find that he'd be like, "Don't do that, Mum, it's embarrassing." So
no, in front of his mates, I might not. He sometimes does that, but when it's me and him and we're just off on our little journeys and adventures, he's not bothered at all. So I'll just have to take him for more adventures.
Correct. You will. I'm sure you'll be able to with all the stuff that you're doing. It won't be a problem. You know, when you're going over to Hollywood to do your latest film or your red carpet for your big premiere that you're going to be doing. So because that's where I see you've definitely been able to progress in what you're doing because you've got the right attitude, the ability. I think the more you do, you'll end up getting a major role somewhere. It's got to happen.
I agree. I agree absolutely. I'm very sure of. I'm very sure about my journey. I mean, as I say, I've done a lot of work on myself this last year, which has been great. Learned a lot, really looked into myself, because I think, first of all, it's work out yourself, isn't it? Work out who you are in a game before. And I'm doing that, and I'm on that, and it's great. And I'm very sure I know where I'm going. I know the steps to take. I know, you just keep outflowing, doing, and being. I think granting other people, granting them a beingness, almost allowing people to be who they are, and loving and admiring them along the way. Whether that's the person that's making the tea on set, to the person that's acting, to the director, the cameraman. It's all a group. It's no one better than the other, and it's a full group that's working as a machine, and if one part goes and the machine doesn't work. So as far as I see it, it's everyone is as important, and and all supporting each other to create a wonderful outcome, really, a wonderful creative expression in a film, or whether it's music or like this, that what you do as well is it's just all creativity, isn't it? It's expression, and I love that.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful, and we've spoke before, and I think it'd be good to do something with you on a, some regular basis with some, because I think you're going to have lots of experience. Going to be lots going on, and I think I'd see this as just being the first of many interactions and chats and with you on various subjects and topics, and I think it'd be really interesting for people to tune into, really.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Well, we're already doing it, aren't we?
We've started. We've done.
We take action.
Take action, people. Take action. Because I like to keep these podcasts about 30 minutes long, and we're nearly up to 30 minutes now. So it just zooms by. So I think it'd be interesting or beneficial to. Where can people find some more information out about you?
Well, at the moment, it would probably be through my agent if they were wanting to look at me as an actor, and through Spotlight. Yeah. So I have a Spotlight pin. You can also follow me as in my daily things that I'm doing is on my Facebook, which is Franny Treymaine. Yeah. I do post quite a bit on Insta as well, which is Franny Treymaine on there. Yeah. And then soon to be, there'll be YouTube and obviously this, what we're doing. So they'll be able to find me quite a few places, actually, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, we spoke about it before. I'm a bit of I like the attention. You like obviously the attention. Absolutely. Just give me the attention. Pick me. I'm like donkey out of Shrek. Pick me. You're jumping at the back. It's me.
Come play with me.
Yeah.
I'll give you attention. You give me attention.
Yeah, forget all them over there, the boring ones in the corner.
Play with me.
Yeah. Oh, here they are again. So what would be great, what we'll do, we'll share all the, on the show notes for the podcast, we'll share the links to various things, your social media. So if anyone's interested in you, they can follow you and see what you're doing and obviously seeing you on your journey. Because I love Instagram now. I've really got into Instagram over the last 18 months or what have you. I think it's a fantastic platform. It's good to keep in contact with people and see what's going on and snapshots in time, and I think it's a lot better. I think it's less intrusive than Facebook. I think you go on, have a look what's going on and come off it again. I think it's good for that. I really like Instagram. I think it's a cracking one. But it is brilliant. Is there anything else you'd like to add to the listeners while you're on, or is any message you'd like to leave with today?
I would say take action. Don't stop. That's the one thing I've learned. Don't stop. Just keep going.
Definitely. Wonderful. Well, it's been absolutely amazing to speak to you, Franny, after quite a while, and we've been trying to get together the last few weeks. And let's make this the first of many Treymaine and Pickstone casts, we might call it. So there you go.
Yeah. We should merge the two names, right?
Yeah.
We'll have to find I don't know how we'll do. I don't know. We'll have a thing.
Franny Stone, that could work, couldn't it?
Yeah, Franny Stone sounds good, doesn't it? I love it.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter, does it? Doesn't really matter. So that's wonderful. I'm not bothered. I'm quite happy anyway, as long as it's out there and people tune in. So that's what I'm bothered about. So anyway,
thank you.
Thanks very much. Good luck with everything, with the filming and the YouTube and all the rest of it, and keep on dancing.
I will.
The Duggystone Show.
Did enjoy that? I did. Thanks, Franny. Thanks for coming on the show. Looking forward to doing a special. We're going to be doing some regular shows, me and Franny, about all sorts of subjects. I think our first one or our next one is going to be called That's What's Sexy to Me. Oh, yes. So check that one out. So all information will be on the show notes. If you want to know a bit more about me, just Kirk at Duggystone or contact at Duggystone will get hold of me. Or go over to Duggystoneradio.com. Send me a message, message a show, find me Kirk Pickstone, send me a message there. This has been recorded, I was going to say filmed then. This has been filmed for Duggystone Radio Productions across the planet. So remember, people, keep dancing, dance like no one cares. Wear that Superman t-shirt like a 3-year-old. Own it. Oh yeah. There's loads of stuff going on at the station at the moment. Loads of podcasts out there. Go and check them out. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. We're also on the Alexa speaker. You should be able to say, Alexa, open Duggystone Radio podcast. Give it a try. Let us know if it works. If you want to tune into the station 24/7, just say, Alexa, open internet radio. But for now until next time, I bid you farewell.
The Duggystone Show.
Anyway, see ya.
The Duggystone Show.